Welcome back to the Dry Fire Journal. This is day 13, clear slide and nothing in this empty barrel that I am now assembling. Lots of instructors that I trust and value a lot recommend using a barrel block. I agree with that. I also think the greatest way to know with full certainty the actual condition of my firearm is to take it apart, put it back together again. So, last time, and by the way, I didn't post the last 2 days. I was on a training trip for Red Hawk, and quite frankly, I just didn't do it. And so I'm going to be honest with you about the days that I'm dry firing and honest with you about the days that I'm not. So if you don't see me posting a video, that means I did not do my work that day. So I'm not going to try to cover that up. I'm just going to tell you I missed 2 days. Last time we talked about natural point of float. Natural point of float. When I filmed that, I exaggerated mine very intentionally because I wanted you to get the idea of the premise. Here's why it's important. If you find that you are floating quite a bit, the more you float, the more you are tensing up shoulders, elbows, forearms, wrists. If you find that you are having a whole lot of float with your eyes closed down, that is usually a problem of tension. So now I'm going to try it for real. I'm going to use this as my aim point so that you know where I am. And now I'm going to close my eyes and count to 10. Watch what happens the first time when I over tension all the joints. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Had some drop. Now, I'm going to do it again. This time, I'm going to relax everything and just work on my grip. I'm just going to touch the trigger, and here it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little bit. Now I'm going to relax even more and just focus on my grip. Here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Better. The reason why I give you this drill is because it shows you if you are relaxing and if you are trusting your grip. So I want to give that to you as something to work on. Now, for those of you that are like, well, this doesn't really count because we already did this natural point of float video. Well, let me give you a little bit extra. Here's a fun little drill to work on that very few people think about, getting from index to trigger without moving the gun. You're going to take your strong hand, and I'm going to point down for reference and let you see my front sight and let you see my index and let you see my trigger. And what I'm going to attempt to do is go from index to trigger with minimal sight movement. It's not easy because if I do it one-handed at speed, it's going to be messed up. So if you want a bonus drill this week, go to your two-hand strong side grip, and I want you to do 4 triggers. The first is index to just barely scraping the trigger. The second is index to finger on the trigger the way you want it. The third is index to wall of your trigger, wherever that is for you. And then fourth is index to click. So put it together. Step 1, I'm going to go from index just to grazing the trigger. Trigger 2, I go from here to touch and have my finger where I want it. Step 3, I'm going to go from index to wall. And step 4, from index to click. Now I'm going to show it to you straight so that you can see movement, because there's probably going to be some. All right, step 1, a little bit of movement. 2, 3 to the wall, and 4. Give that a shot. That's a gun joke. Give it a shot on your own. Let me know what you think of those 4 steps, and let me know what you think of your natural point of float. Have a good night, everybody.